We're getting in breaking inputs of ongoing protests. This is an image of the protest which is currently on as we speak. This is coming in from Malad in Mumbai. The anti-CAA protest rally which is currently going on. This is in Malad in the Malwani area. A huge crowd has now gathered. Remember, this is happening in an ascertained area in the presence of police, under the police's watch. We have with us our correspondent Santia, who's been getting us further inputs with these protests here that have continued in the past hour and a half. Santia, what more can you get us? Has the area of the protest here increased? What's happening there?
Yeah, as of now, the protest rally, which started from gate number 8 of Malwani, has now reached to its destination. Park ground at gate number 1 over a distance of 3 kilometers has been covered by the protesters. So one by one, they are coming and entering this particular place, this garden, where now the speeches of the community leaders are going to take place. And as far as these protesters are concerned, they started walking, as you rightly said, an hour and a half ago, and they've gathered here in huge numbers. Apart from that, one thing which is there is that how exactly it's planned, especially the way Mumbai police is handling it. Mumbai police was actually present at every corner of that particular area where the protesters, the route which was covered by the protesters. Apart from that, as far as the people are also concerned, the protesters also, they also helped Mumbai police first to manage the traffic, second to manage the crowd, and to keep the discipline of the protest intact. That's that one thing which Mumbai police, with the help of the protesters, focused on. And as of now, actually that is the route from where the group of protesters will keep coming one by one, and they will gather here at this garden, this ground, where the community leaders will give speeches. As far as this protest is concerned, this was organized by a group of local NGOs along with the citizen leaders, and protesters, they walked for around for almost 3 kilometers to reach the spot. And as of now, if we talk about the situation here, the traffic movement is one thing which the people are focusing to keep it as smooth as possible. Considering the lanes are narrow, it's a heavy traffic area. Despite that, there is no huge disruption. Apart from that, as far as the protest is concerned, till now, it's an absolutely peaceful and organized protest.
Yes. Also, Santia, take us through the protesters. Are they students, or are they people of the area? Are there others involved in this protest here as well? And the nature of demands that they've been raising in this.
See, Seher, this protest is against CAA and NRC. And as far as the protesters are concerned, they are from every age group. Children, teenagers, young people, old people, men, women, everybody, they have gathered here. And as far as their demands are concerned, of course, they want that CAA should be taken back by the government. They are also criticizing Delhi police and Uttar Pradesh police for Jamia and AMU incidents. In fact, they are hailing Mumbai police for keeping the situation absolutely calm and peaceful in the city, across the city, across different rallies which were conducted in past these days. And I remember, Seher, in fact, the rally which took place against CAA in Mumbai's August Kranti Maidan also, that was an example, that was actually like an example which was set by Mumbai police and the Mumbaikars who were protesting, that how exactly a peaceful protest should be conducted. And that's exactly what these people are trying to do here. They are here, they are raising their voice against CAA, demanding that how it should be taken back. According to them, this is an attack on the constitution of our country, and they are here to also represent that they are with the protesters who got injured, who were attacked, who were detained or arrested by police, whether it's UP, whether it's Delhi, or in fact Karnataka. So they are also voicing their solidarity with all those protesters. And the moment all the protesters will enter this ground in which we have entered right now, the moment it will be full, the speeches from that stage will start. That's the stage which has been set so that the community leaders.
Okay. So from what you're explaining here, Santia, there's still a few more hours for this protest to continue. This was a march, a protest march, which started now culminating at this ground or where you are. And once speeches continue, it is this is a protest which is to carry on till late evening.
Yes, absolutely. As of now, it's expected that how it's going to continue for some more time. कितनी देर और चलने वाला है प्रोटेस्ट, कुछ बता सकते हैं?
ये प्रोटेस्ट चलेगा कुछ 1.5 घंटा मैडम।
कितने बजे स्टार्ट हुआ था?
ये कुछ हम लोग का 2:30 बजे कुछ स्टार्ट हुआ है।
कितना डिस्टेंस आप लोगों ने चल के कवर किया होगा और कितने लोग हैं आपके हिसाब
बहुत
से?
सारे लोग हैं ना, पूरी मालूम नहीं है। तो कुछ लोग अपने एरिया से निकले, कुछ लोग अपने एरिया से निकले, तो 10-15 मिनट का डिस्टेंस रहा है बस खाली।
कितने लोग होंगे यहाँ पे आज मौजूद, कुछ बता सकते हैं?
कम से कम कुछ नहीं तो 15-20 हजार पब्लिक के मुद्दे पे ये मुद्दा उठाया गया है और मोदी सरकार से हमारी रिक्वेस्ट है कि इस फैसले को वापस लें।
Correct. So listen to the words which are used here, Seher. He's using words like request. And as I was focusing on the peaceful way, the way Mumbai is actually raising its voice in absolutely peaceful manner. Sir, एक चीज मुंबई में अब तक जो प्रोटेस्ट हुए हैं वो बहुत ही ज्यादा शांतिपूर्ण तरीके से हुए हैं, चाहे वो लोग हो चाहे पुलिस हो, सबने बहुत शांति मेंटेन की है। इस बात का ध्यान रखा गया कि बहुत अमन से ये पूरा काम पूरा हो जाए। तो आपको लगता है कि ये वाला प्रोटेस्ट भी वैसे ही खत्म होने वाला है पूरी तरह से?
मुंबई में इसीलिए साइलेंस से प्रोटेस्ट हुआ है क्योंकि मुंबई की जनता बहुत हर चीज़ से वाकिफ़ है। मुंबई की जनता अपने हर संविधान से वाकिफ़ है और यहाँ की पुलिस भी बहुत अच्छे से भरोसे जानती है कि बाहर की पुलिस क्या कर रही है। हम अगर करेंगे तो ये छीटा हम पे भी आएगा। तो पुलिस भी जनता के साथ में खड़ी है क्योंकि उनका भी एनआरसी लाने का टाइम आ गया अभी।
तो पुलिस आप लोग को सहयोग कर रही है?
सहयोग कर रही है। सरकार है वही दंगा फसाद होता है।
पुलिस आपको सहयोग कर रही है?
सहयोग कर रही है। यहाँ पुलिस जो है यूपी की तरह तानाशाही सरकार के पर नहीं चल रही है। यहाँ जो है सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट के अंदर दिल्ली सरकार है, उसके अंदर सारे पर नहीं चल रही है।
पर मुंबई अलग है।
मुंबई थोड़ा अलग है। यहाँ के पॉपुलेशन भी समझदार है और पुलिस भी बहुत समझदार है। कैसे लेके चलना है रैली को, पुलिस को मेंटेन करना यहाँ अच्छे से आता है।
And as far as the demands are concerned, Seher, look at the banners they're holding. It says what these people want to say completely, that they are rejecting CAA and NRC. They are ready to die, but they will not accept a CAA act. They have written CAB, but now it's CAA. My Urdu is of course not good, so I can't read this out, but what they have written is CAA and NRC. That is something I can read on the screen right now. So people have gathered here. They are voicing their opinion, but they are doing it absolutely peacefully, maintaining the law and order in the area with the help of Mumbai police.
Santia, many thanks for taking us through some of those voices here, also explaining how these protests are peaceful. It is both together with the understanding of the protesters as well as the police to give each other space here on that. We appreciate you getting us those inputs. But in other news, this is with respect to protests that have taken place in Uttar Pradesh. They have not been as peaceful. In fact, they've not been peaceful at all. A spate of violent protests that have taken place in Uttar Pradesh and have left 20 dead so far. A number of videos now of these protests is only now emerging of what took place last week. And this is happening because internet connections have now been relaxed in certain areas. We're getting you some of these images from different cities. Let's first play out these images of two separate videos which is coming from one of the worst affected cities of Kanpur. In these two videos where you can see policemen dealing with protesters in a different manner. The police can be seen firing shots at the protesters. And in the second video, a dozen cops can also be seen vandalizing parked vehicles.
ये गली है, ये गली, ये भाई साहब मारो मारो मारो
जाओ भाई, चलो जिसका जिम्मेदार है बच्चों को लिया जाए। जल्दी जाओ, अपने घर में जाओ, पत्थरबाजी ना करो। जाओ भाई जाओ।
Let's get in further details. Our news editor Avni Raja with those inputs on two separate videos now that have emerged from Kanpur, and this is a very different side of protests of what we're seeing, having turned ugly and violent to quite an extent.
Yes, that's right, Sahir. In fact, in Uttar Pradesh, like you were pointing out, it was a state where the protests got extremely violent, and now all of these videos are really emerging because remember the internet connectivity, there's a clampdown on internet connections that has now, of course, been restored. So slowly and steadily, all of these videos making their way. So the first video we've got you is from Kanpur, where you can actually see the cops appealing to protesters, and they're actually taking aim at the protesters. And you also heard the cops on loudspeaker just a minute ago trying to appeal to the protesters to sort of maintain calm. So obviously that face-off between the police and the protesters continuing there. Let's also pull up the other video for you where the police are in fact seen targeting parked vehicles. They in fact are seen vandalizing vehicles themselves, and as well as breaking windows of the vehicles. A little hazy over there, the video, but essentially it is clear that the police are the ones who are indulging in this particular video. Remember, there was a lot of tension between the protesters and the police in various parts of Uttar Pradesh, Sahel.
Yes, stay with us, Avni, because there are other videos coming in from other cities of Uttar Pradesh. This is in Muzaffarnagar. Once again, two separate videos of this that has emerged of the protest where the police is seen running away. This is when there has been absolute aggression from the side of the protesters. They're chasing down the police. While in the second video, a senior police officer directing a junior cop to fire in the air, and the confusion, the argument that took place between the officers right there standing at the street.
हमार फायर तो करो यार हवाई फायर करो यार हवाई में दिक्कत आ रही है
भैया नौकरी ऐसी है, मर जाने लेकिन
हवाई फायरिंग तो कर लो
नहीं कर सकते।
क्यों नौकरी ऐसी क्या कार्टेज हम दे देंगे हम दे देंगे कार्टेज कितने चाहिए तुम बच जाओ
Avni, and what is being seen in this video on the nature of confusion within the police team, and why should that be? If it is a standard operating procedure here has been ascertained on how to act in terms of aggressive protesters to fire in the air, this was a confusion that took place on the streets right there between the police team.
Yes, absolutely, Sahir. And you know, that is really the big question as to if proper procedures were being followed as to when to fire, when to, you know, go aggressive on the protesters. Then why should, of course, this kind of a debate be held in the middle of everything that was happening? So very clearly what you heard in this video was a senior cop actually telling a junior cop to go ahead and fire in the air. The junior cop really not willing to do that, and then of course you heard the senior cop saying that they will provide the cartridges as well, and you know, once again trying to tell him to go ahead and fire. So that war of words there happening in the thick of things while that face-off was going on with the protesters there. That is the first video, and in fact in the second video, if we can pull that up for you, is where you can actually see the protesters who are chasing the cops. So in that face-off between the protesters and the police, this is the police who are running ahead and the protesters behind them chasing the police. Obviously this video a little blurry because it was obviously taken by somebody who was running perhaps at that point in time, but the cops are clearly running away from the protesters there. So that is really the kind of confusion that was going on as far as Uttar Pradesh is concerned.
Yes, and the other city in Meerut, once again, more videos emerging. This is from Meerut. And this one has been released by the police to indicate that they want to identify this man in the blue shirt who can be seen firing in the crowd during one such protest. So, Avni, this is also a case of the police now on the other end saying that there were those within the protesters here who were acting violently. They need to be identified. This is a police crackdown on some of the protesters.
In fact, we've seen a lot of the videos which have emerged so far that have been taken on, cell phones and mobile phones, which are now doing the rounds. So now, of course, the police also releasing some of these videos and showing us that, look, this is a protester, this man in the blue shirt who fired at that point in time, who was part of the one of the kind of people who were actually inciting the violence. And what the UP police have also done is they have put together from videos such as these, and wherever it is possible to identify the people who are inciting the violence, they have put up big collages across the state of those people, asking others to try and identify them and provide information if they know about them. So literally naming and shaming all of those who incited violence in the state of Uttar Pradesh, Seher.
Avni, many thanks for getting us those inputs here. In fact, the UP police, as we're talking about this crackdown that the police is doing against the protesters, some of them who've been identified as stone pelters in this, over 150 people found to have been involved in vandalism and destroying public property in these protests. The accused have been given 7 days' time to respond, to reply to the police. Our correspondent Alok is getting us those details here. Alok, this is in the form of posters that have now been released by the police as well to help police identify some of these protesters who were stone pelters.
Yes, absolutely. In fact, these posters are put up in various districts by the administration as well as the police, Uttar Pradesh police. They have identified various persons. In fact, in some of the places, they have named the persons as well with their details of their address so that they could be identified properly. And in fact, they should give the answers of the notices they have been issued to them. And in fact, in the notices, Uttar Pradesh administration and the police has clearly asked them to come and give the response as to why their properties are not seized, because they are seen pelting stones and in fact damaging property. So these are the notices that being served to the protesters. Not only that, we should talk about overall that the protest happened last week and the violence that had happened. In fact, 213 cases were registered, more than 1,000 persons were arrested. In fact, not more than, in fact, that 5,500 persons were detained and in fact put under preventive detention. So that is what the police is taking measures so that they could prevent any kind of incident in the coming days.
Alok, many thanks for getting us those details. And there are several reports here coming out indicating police excesses here as well. Staying with Uttar Pradesh, this is in Muzaffarnagar, a timber merchant's house which was allegedly attacked by the police. And the family members here claim that the police barged into the house, thrashed every single member, according to the family. The police also robbed their house, damaged home appliances. Times Network's Priyank Tripathi with this report of this family.
We have been getting visuals of police brutality in several portions of Uttar Pradesh. Finding that, we have come to Salvat Road, which is barely few meters away from the Madina Chowk, from where the incident of violence happened. And in the intervening night of Friday and Saturday, what the locals have clearly been showing is the visuals of police brutality. कितने बजे पुलिस वाले आए थे?
ये पुलिस वाले करीब 10-50 के आसपास आए हैं।
अंदर चले। हाँ।
और उन्होंने मेरे जो अब्बा हैं वो यहाँ बैठक में लेटते हैं। हाँ। जब खट हुई, हमारी आरा मशीन भी है। हाँ। बहुत तेज खट हुई, उन्होंने समझा कोई तख्ते, ये कब्रिस्तान में तख्ते डलते हैं। हाँ। कि शायद कोई तख्ते लेने आ गया। हाँ। कोई किसी का इंतकाल हो, कोई तख्ते लेने आया। उन्होंने बाहर निकल के देखा तो पुलिस है। उन्होंने कहा तलाशी लेनी है। अब्बा ने कहा चाबी लेके आता हूँ ऊपर से। वो ऊपर गए, मेरा छोटा बेटा लेटता है उनके साथ जो 13 साल का है। और ऊपर गए, हमें बताया कि बहुत सारी पुलिस है। और वो ऊपर गए कि कह रहे तलाशी लेनी। इतने में हम कुछ कर पाते, पिछला गेट, वो जो पीछे गली में जो गेट है वो तोड़ के फिर अंदर आए। और आते ही ये सब आप देख रहे हैं, सब तोड़ फोड़ शुरू कर दी।
ये इतना सामान इस कमरे में क्यों है? कुछ खास था?
जी, मेरी 2 बेटियों की शादी है अगले महीने। ये सब उन्हीं का सामान है।
there you can see these are the gift item for two of the girls who were about to get married. As looking at the clock, the time is around 10 o'clock when the clock stopped working.
साहब मैं तो वहाँ लेटा हुआ था, मेरा पोता 13 साढ़े 13 साल का वो यहाँ लेटा हुआ था, नाबालिग। दरवाजे से बहुत जोर की धड़म धड़म की आवाज़ आ रही, मैं उठ के गया, जा कर के मैं दरवाजे के साथ देखो तो पुलिस बहुत बेनतहा, पता नहीं 40 थे 50 थे आदमी, मतलब इतना आदमी सड़क से पल्ली तरफ मुझे नज़र आ रहे हैं, और गाड़ियाँ भी नज़र आ रही मुझे खड़ी हुई। कहने लगे दरवाज़ा खोलो, दरवाज़ा खोलो, तलाशी लेंगे। मगर जी मैं चाबी ले आऊँ, मैं एकदम ऊपर गया, मैं बच्चे तो बता भाई पुलिस बहुत बेनता है। मेरी पोती जो है जिनको चोट ये मार रखी है, जिनकी शादी थी, वे एकदम रोने झिझाने लगी, इतने में गड़बड़ ऊपर चढ़ गई फूल। और बस मैं हूँ हार्ट का मरीज, मेरा इस कदर 4 आदमी ने लठ मारे, सूझ रहे, हाथ पैर सूझ रहे, मेरी सारी ये सारे मेरे पर 4 आदमी ने। फिर उसके बाद में मेरा बच्चा,
आपको क्यों मारा? आप तो बुजुर्ग हैं आप जी।
फिर मेरा बच्चा था मोहम्मद साजिद, उस पर बजाना शुरू कर, बहुत बेनतहा। मैं बोला खुदा के वास्ते ऐसा क्या जुल्म हो गया भाई, क्या बात हो, क्यों मार रहे, क्या बात है? फिर मेरे पर बजाना शुरू कर दिया। फिर हमारे ही इनकी जो अम्मी है बुढ़िया हज्जन, वो बचा ले भाई ऐसा ना कर, ऐसा, उनको भी देखो सारा यहाँ पे मार रखा है। मेरी पोती है रुकैया, उसका यहाँ से सिर पाड़ रखा है। मेरा पोता है, उसे यहाँ से जब ठा के ले गए, बाहर ले जाकर कहने लगा खड़ा है, बहुत सो लिया, बाहर ले जाकर उसे इतना मारा बहुत ही, उसे देखे ऊपर ही है। तो फिर उसके बाद में उसे वहाँ पुलिस में ले जाकर,
केवल आपके घर को टारगेट किया गया, बहुत बिगड़,
पुलिस में ले जाके यूँ कह रहे कि मारना मत, हाँ वो घर बंद मत बतलाना किसी को, और हम मुझे मारा।
तो क्या कौन लोग थे और क्या हुआ समय?
70-80 पुलिस वाले थे, बहुत ज़्यादा, और एकदम से सारी चीज़ तोड़ के, गेट तोड़ के, दीवार से कूद के अंदर आए, और ऊपर के भी सारे गेट ज़बरदस्ती तोड़वा के, तोड़ के ताले अंदर घुस गए। अंदर घुस के कुछ नहीं बताया कि क्या करना है, क्या चाहिए, सबको मारना शुरू कर दिया। इतना बजाया, सबके बहुत ज़्यादा चोटें आई, और चाचा के भी इतना खून निकला था जब भी उन्होंने बजाना ही शुरू कर दिया था। छोटे भाई को उठा के लेके गए, वहाँ पे उसको बहुत बजाया।
आपके माथे पे चोट कैसे लगी है?
वो सबके हाथों में लोहे के लकड़ियों के डंडे थे, वो मेरे सिर पे लगा, तो अब्बा के भी उसी से ही बजा रहे थे। और छोटी बहनों के वे तो इतनी डरी हुई है, वो घर आना भी नहीं चाहती, उनके भी बहुत ज़्यादा चोटें हैं। और यहाँ पे सब,
आपकी शादी होने वाली है फरवरी में, घर में कई सालों से तैयारियां आपने देखी होंगी, सब कुछ तहस नहस हो चुका है
जी, सब खत्म हो गया, कुछ नहीं बचा। इतने सालों से पापा अब्बा सब तैयारी कर रहे थे, कुछ नहीं छोड़ा, सब खत्म कर दिया, कुछ नहीं बचाया। जेवर उठा के ले गए, पैसे ले गए, कुछ नहीं छोड़ा उन्होंने, सारे चीज़ ले गए।
दिन में यहाँ पे जुलूस निकल रहा था, रात में ऐसा क्या हुआ कि पुलिस वाले घुस गए खत्म?
पता नहीं, दिन में तो रात तक तो सब थोड़ा सा लगा भी था कि सब शांत हो गया। रात को एकदम से जब लेटना शुरू करा, सड़कों पे भी अंधेरा हो चुका था, एकदम से पुलिस वाले इतने घुस गए कि हम किसी की मदद भी नहीं ले पाए।
And the Army Chief General Bipin Rawat has spoken on this as well. In fact, he's chosen to slam the violent protest that took place. Speaking at an event, he says that the way students are leading these violent protests, carrying out arson across the country, is inappropriate.
Even amongst a crowd you find leaders emerge. But leaders are those who lead people in the right direction. Leaders are not those who lead people in inappropriate directions. As we are witnessing in a large number of university and college students, the way they are leading masses of crowds to carry out arson and violence in our cities and towns. This is not leadership.
In other news, the India Meteorological Department now has sent out an alert of a severe cold wave in North India. This includes states of Punjab, Haryana, Chandigarh, Delhi, Uttar Pradesh and parts of northern Rajasthan as well. They're already under thick cover of fog the past few days. In Himachal Pradesh, thunder showers are expected in certain areas. In the national capital in Delhi, regarding the cold wave, according to the Met Department, temperature is expected to plunge even further. It could go as low as 4 degrees Celsius. Since mid-December, Delhi has already witnessed some of the coldest days that we've seen since 2003. Large number of people now taking shelter in night shelter homes as well. In Agra, in Uttar Pradesh, the city has been wrapped under a thick sheet of fog. Adverse effects on as far as visibility on the road is concerned as well. Let's take a listen into some of those voices.
कोहरा इतना हो गया है कि घर से निकलना भी बड़ा मुश्किल हो रहा है और सबसे ज़्यादा दिक्कत जो हो रही है वो बाइक वालों को हो रही है। कार वालों को इतनी दिक्कत नहीं हो रही है, कितने भी कपड़े पहन लो बाइक पे उतनी और ज़्यादा सर्दी लग रही है।
ठंड बहुत है, आज काफ़ी ठंड है, कोहरा भी तेज है, कल रात से ठंड ज़्यादा बढ़ गई है और ज़्यादा
कपकपी बंधी हुई है, घर से निकलना दूर हो रहा है। ऐसे हर वक्त जुकाम खांसी बनी रहती है ऐसे, और ईश्वर से यही प्रार्थना है कि जल्द से जल्द कोहरा हटे, हम लोगों की बुजुर्गों की जान बचे।
तो गाड़ी जो हम 40 की या 50 की स्पीड में चलाते थे, यहाँ 10 या 15 की स्पीड में चलानी पड़ रही है जो है। और घर से बुजुर्ग जो लोग सुबह सुबह टहलने के लिए वॉकिंग के लिए निकलते थे, वो बीमार पड़ रहे हैं, इसलिए वो जो है घर से निकल नहीं पा रहे हैं। इस वजह से जो है बहुत काफ़ी ठंड है इस समय जो है।
And with that, it is a wrap on the show. News and updates that continue for you right here.